Happy New Year, everyone. It is great to see your smiling faces at 9 o'clock in the morning. Um, we have some special guests with us today. From the RLC, we have Jan Smallwood, who is our finance coordinator, and she's here wearing her Olympia Chorus team leader hat. And we have, of course, Sally Ryerson, our, chief cook and bottle washer from the team coordinator of the region. And she is also here wearing her, uh, obviously her team coordinator hat. And then we also have a special guest, Sandy Smith, who is here to work with the team coordinators to talk about transitioning your management team positions, and she's the regional leadership team's education coordinator. And so after we have some time to just talk about you all and how you fared over the holidays and any questions that we can answer for you on the part of the RLC, then we will send you all to breakout rooms and then the marketing coordinators will stay here in the main room. But so right now, we'd like to hear from any of you who may have something that you did over the holidays that you just are just busting at the seams to share with us, things that you just thought were just the greatest things ever. And then if you have any questions for the RLC as a whole coming into the new year, since there are so many of us here, we would be happy to answer them if we can. If not, we will take note and get answers for you and then get back with you. So the floor is yours. And don't all speak at once.
Nobody did anything.
Really? Okay.
This
Inland
is
Harmony.
Carolyn.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Dottie.
Oh,
I think that was Meg.
I think it was Meg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Meg.
Okay, Inland Harmony had a fall show, and we'd had a guest night before that, so we could have people join us in our fall show. And then immediately after that, and we got three people who were interested at that point in joining. And then immediately after our fall show, we had another sing up for Christmas, and we had another two people join us then. So we've got, I think, four new members out of that officially. We have another one who's about ready to audition. So we're pretty pleased with that. But we're a little concerned with some of the increases. They make sense, but it's just explaining it well enough to the membership that they buy into it well. Selling what the region has to offer is probably the best thing you can do to help us with that.
Okay.
We can do that.
We can do that. And I have to say, I love how subtle Betty's camera is showing her blue ribbon hanging from
Nice.
That's great.
And
I guess I'll go next. If this Carol, oh, go ahead.
I don't
Sorry,
know
there's a
what
bit of a delay on my end.
I don't know what chorus she's from, but that it's subtle. Anyway, go ahead. I don't know
Hey,
who was.
Joy.
Hey, Joy.
Oh, of course.
So this is Carolyn. Actually, right before the holidays, right before Thanksgiving, we had for the first time, our all of the season show. That's what I'm trying to say. And usually, we typically would do our holiday show, say the second week in December, but we decided to change it up a little bit so that we could do more sing outs with, in the month of December at some of the retirement settings like that, and just being in the so we did that. It was really successful, and as part of that, we invite folks to come in and be part of the holiday chorus for free. And as a result of that, we have three new members since Thanksgiving, and also we decided to put on a full blitz all 2025, start something new, an advertising campaign that we've never done before. So we wrote letters, put pamphlets into local teachers around, instructors around the Boise or Treasure Valley area, radio spot. We got interviewed by the iPress. And I'm investigating, also looking into, and this is a lot more pricey, but potentially television. So we're trying to do our best. And last night, or yeah, is it last night? Yeah, yesterday. Sorry, Thursday night. It all runs together. So our course is 22 to 28 total, and we had 12 guests last night at a rehearsal. So that's
Great.
we've never. I don't, in the number of years, I can't remember that many. So we are doing full pedal to the metal, and I'm happy to share anything and everything that we've been doing. It takes a village, as you guys know, but we have to do this to be able to grow. So we're doing our best.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's really incredible.
Thanks. We're excited. One of our founding members actually has been with the chorus 55 years through different things. I saw her turning around when we were all on the risers. The risers were absolutely full, and she went, "Wow." So that was pretty cool.
Great.
Anybody else have anything they want to share from their holiday experience?
Well, we had a great fun doing sing outs this year. We had one member of AJoy join us, but for the sing outs, we did not get a lot of guests. We usually open it up. We do open it up to guests every Christmas, but we were not successful at gaining any new people this year. But we did have a lot of fun. And instead of just retirement homes, we went to newcomers club. This quilting club was huge. Lots of ladies there.
Wow.
It was fun, but we're in a smaller community in Sequim, and it's hard to get new members. But we did do several sing outs in different locations, and it was a lot of fun.
And Leslie, which chorus are you with?
I'm with Grand Olympics
And are you the team coordinator or marketing?
marketing.
Excellent. Well, Spirit of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene Chorus, we joined together for the first time ever and did joint shows. And it was very interesting going to Idaho and Washington. You don't really sell out a show ever when you're in a church sanctuary, but we did have to add chairs in Coeur d'Alene, which is always a good thing. And we made over $5,000 on our shows, which is like, we were just like, what? Anyone that knows me knows that math is not my strong suit. And I was like, can you recount? But so we were thrilled with that. And it was just really, it was amazing to see the community support from both communities. And Spirit of Spokane is competing this year at International, and the support from Coeur d'Alene Chorus, which I'm the team coordinator of, my heart just was swollen from the support of the Coeur d'Alene Chorus, and they've shown up for every fundraiser we've had, and it just it re-solidifies who we are as Sweet Adelines, and that we'll always be there for each other, and they're just so happy for us. And when you stand right next to your competitors and you lift them up is just it's not common, when usually when you're standing next to your competitor in any other genre, whether it's music or sports or, it's there's that it's not usually where you're lifting the competitor up. So it was wonderful. And then Spirit of Spokane filled in for us with our Coeur d'Alene Chorus 45 sing outs that we have every year um, at during the holidays because we're the Victorian singers at the Coeur d'Alene Resort, and so that was also very helpful because it's an insane schedule. It's it's a lot.
Great
So
gig that you guys have at the resort. That's
yeah,
terrific. So you're very busy, I'm sure.
yeah. So
May I ask what your ticket price was?
yeah, it was $15. And we did something different, really different this year. Um, and I and it was very successful. We had two prior members that are artists and fairly well known in our area. And we had them live paint during our show. And our shows, it was music around the world. And so we sang holiday shows and we had little vignettes in between of what, you know, traditions are in other countries. And we had quartets or smaller groups sing in other languages. We had a little group that sang in Japanese and a group that sang in German. And so both artists did like a cityscape, and some had Japanese lanterns in them, and so they painted live during our shows, and then we auctioned them off after the show, and during both shows they both sold for I don't know about $300 a piece, but so it was really interesting to have them painting live during it totally outside the box, but it was just different and those, who knows on Antiques Roadshow someday. It's like so and that's just it. You never know what people are gonna find interesting. So
Paula?
Yeah, we for the first time, Song of Seattle, we did an afternoon tea in November. And so we each brought our own tea settings or placemats and or whatever we had as far as tea plates and things, and then had small savory and sweet um, tidbits or hors d'oeuvres. Sang, we had a sold out room, about a little over 100. I don't know if it was 100 or 200. We charged $25. It was sold out. A lot of it was other the choruses that came to hear us and did our Christmas show that way. Had a $20 wine grab bags. We each donated wine and is all hidden. You just pay $20 and you might get a $20 bottle of wine. You might get a $50 bottle of wine, depending on who brought what. But it was very successful. We had a great time, and it'll probably be an annual event for us now.
well, but you really stepped outside the box in Song of Seattle because you also had an event during the show that was outside the box. Do you want to share about that?
We had an event during the show that was outside of the
Yeah, you
box.
had
Fashion.
a
Oh, yeah,
fashion
that's
show.
right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, one of our members works at a boutique shop, and so we did a fashion show, and I kind of thought, what? I don't know if this is going to work, but it really worked very, very well. A lot of people, including my partner who isn't into fashion, like, I want to go shop there. So yeah, it worked. We'll probably do that again too.
Yeah,
It helped fill that 2 hours that we dedicated to all this.
yeah, fun. Well, and I think that a huge congratulations goes out to Acapella Joy, and in your international performance, it was unbelievably. I mean, watching from home, uh, I was moved to tears, and Nikki during her MC time during the performance, watching the webcast, she was fantastic, and it was just like go Region 13. It was wonderful. It made me confirm that I'm never missing an international in person again. And but it was wonderful, and AJoy it was congratulations. It was just you have to just be so proud. So
Yeah, we are. We are. It was a lot of work. It was the first time that we've ever done a whole, like a full package kind of thing, and which is why we did Harmony Classic so that we could get used to doing that. Um, usually it's just two songs and that's the end of it, but this time we wanted to do a whole package. We worked very hard on it. We had, I think, 3 original new songs that has never been sung before, by local person, which is nice to bring out a different person that's not involved in Sweet Adelines or barbershop or anything. So that was really good. And it was great to be there and to represent Region 13. I get all teary-eyed. Represent Region 13. And I don't know if this is true, and maybe Sally can verify. I think that we're the first chorus in Region 13 to score first place in either the Big Show or Harmony Classic.
I don't know. In my time in Sweet Adelines, though, I think that's true. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because Lakeside never did, I don't think, and I don't think Pacific Sound either.
No, the third was the highest we ever got.
Yeah, and what about Lakeside? Do you know about Lakeside?
No, I don't know about Lakeside.
Yeah, so I think we're the first ones anyway. I mean, we've had Queens, but I don't think we've ever had any chorus score first place. So we're proud to do that and show the whole regions and the whole country that Region 13 is up and coming. Look out.
Was there in person. It was fantastic. Got to watch.
Yeah, it was great in person.
Yeah,
It was
so proud
really
of
felt good.
I can understand that. We all felt good in the audience too. So
Good, I'm glad.
that's awesome. Well, I think it's time to go into breakouts. I know we don't have a whole lot of marketing people here, but I I think that that's what we'll do is and so I think I will go ahead and start that, and I will open the rooms in just a moment, unless anyone has anything else they want to share in the main room. And then once the team coordinator meeting is concluded, you all can stay, but you're also welcome to come back to this room. And Sally, when you get into your breakout
Sounds
room,
good.
you want to just hit record and record to the cloud. And
Where's
Betty,
the
I'm
ready to
I'm
do
not
that?
sure if you're marketing, what's your role in AJoy?
Marketing.
Okay, so I'll keep you in this room with us.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you all. Should we set the next meeting before we all disperse?
Good idea.
So that would be in April. So we're coming right up to contest. And I'm guessing day before Easter is not good.
Or the 12th, perhaps.
Is Passover taboo for anybody? I don't know about those things.
I have that on. When is Passover?
The 12th.
Oh, okay. It's not on my calendar. So,
We have coaching that day.
okay. 5th, 26th.
What about the 5th?
The 5th is good.
Does 5th sound okay for right now, at least? Obviously, things come up, we know.
Yeah.
We have something on the calendar.
And so we've had several groans at 9 a.m. Would anybody would 10 a.m. work better, or would you rather get it knocked out and get on with your day?
Either way.
I know that Montana's an hour later, so this helps them if they're not in the middle of the day. So I can do 9.
Same
8
here,
o'clock.
boy.
We have,
We'll just stick to 9 a.m. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
all right. 9 a.m., April 5th.
Okay. Thank you all. Talk with you soon.
We'll see you later.
I think it's just us now. Yay.
There we go. See my control. There we
We can see you. So, welcome, marketing coordinators. Most important job in the chorus. So, the first thing that I thought I would just have us just touch on is, as we all know, the Supreme Court has ruled that TikTok will be banned in the United States, effective tomorrow. Are any of your choruses heavy TikTok users, or
No.
so it's not going to be a big issue for your choruses? I know some choruses are. I mean, Sweet Adeline says over 1 million followers on their TikTok page, which you could have knocked me over with a feather when I at one day thought, I wonder if Sweet Adeline's is on TikTok, which sadly, as the regional marketing coordinator, I should have learned that long before I did. But oh well. Uh, but and interesting, if I went on to TikTok this morning, and it's really interesting. Everybody is posting their Instagram links and follow us here, and so I think that it's going to be a thing. I think that there's rumors that the incoming president is going to try to save TikTok, but I don't really think that. I know he thinks he has a lot of power, but overriding the Supreme Court, I think is a little beyond his reach. But we'll see. Um, so if you have a TikTok page, and I'm going to put this out for other choruses that aren't able to join us today, you may want to what I've heard is that the ban will be in effect, but there won't be it's going to sort of fade out. And so you may just want to put something on the TikTok pages that, give your other social media link. So enough about that. I think it was probably a wise decision, especially if it's, affecting national security. How are your choruses doing and on the international mission retention campaigns? Are you doing them each month? How's the marketing going for those?
We're doing okay. We did gain one member and have lost a couple of members through attrition or just busy life. We are going to invite all our past members to another hi, come and sing with us for a night and see what happens. But we're doing okay on that.
And is that in compliance with the January
Yes.
campaign, the Baby Come Back?
Yes, it is.
So I had a chorus reach out to me and said, our members that we would want to come back, because that's key too. I mean, sometimes people leave because it wasn't a good fit, and certainly don't send somebody a letter just so you can be in compliance with a contest, Um, but I know that we've had some members leave for health concerns, and I think that you can still be in compliance reaching out to members that have left for health concerns by just checking in. I think you're still in compliance with that. But if someone leaves that wasn't a good fit, certainly don't reach out to them, just to be in compliance with oh, hold on, I'm getting a message from Sally. So let me see if I can. One moment, please. Hmm. Sally's going to come back to the room so I can give her permission to record in the other room. You think you've gotten everything done. When was the last time, or have you really ever taken a deep dive into the internationals marketing materials? And I will go into that as soon as I give Sally permission to
Record.
I'm going to make you co-host, and then I think you'll have permission to do anything.
Okay. Thank you.
Because it doesn't say give permission to record. So I think you'll have permission now. And
Okay.
so now let me send
Bring me
you.
back. Beam me up.
Do that. You're grayed out. That's not good.
I feel okay.
I don't know why you're grayed out, Sally. This is just not optimal.
Hmm.
Well, I don't want to go and then come back. Do you have an option to go to the next room?
Um,
If you have your up in the corner where it has the ellipsis, the three dots, does it say
I don't
go
have
to?
this, breakout rooms.
If you go to breakout rooms, does it say join a breakout room?
Yep. Yes, Emily.
Maybe working. Sweet. Okay. So what I was asking, have you all really had a chance to look at the marketing materials on the international website? Somebody was talking about the cost of trying to do television. I think it was actually Peg from Inland Harmony, but there's a lot in the public relations section about press releases and media appearances, etc. And I thought if you wouldn't if you hadn't, and Leslie, I cut you off, so I would share my screen and kind of show you what's out there. Because I hadn't in a while. One, because I find the international website frustrating a lot. It's not easy to navigate, in my opinion, at all. Um, but I found this material actually fairly easy to find. And so I thought I would just go to the website and pretend like I'm logging in for the first time and have us so I could show you where that information is located. So, but first I wanted Leslie to go ahead and say what she was going to say.
Oh, I was just going to go back to mission retention. We've been doing that, not every single month. We have not done them, but so we're a small course. We are under 20 right now. And I'm just kind of have the question, does this fall under membership? We have our membership person wants to do everything, but doesn't always do it. So I try to do it, but she outranks me in board stuff. So I'm just wondering, I know it's just kind of silly, but you know, when it's a small course, we have many hats.
We
So,
divide and conquer. We divide and conquer. We talk about
okay.
what is it, what's the campaign, who can take on what. As far as the members who have had to leave, whether it's forever or for, a leave of absence, personal, physical, whatever. Of late, somebody volunteers on the board who has a closer relationship with the individual to keep in touch, like Sherry was saying. How you doing? We miss you, this and that. And then if it's, if it's appropriate, whoever that person is will reach out to the board and say, hey, okay, here's what's going on. They're fine if I share this. They could use some encouragement. So it's a very highly individualized thing as far as the retention side goes. And those who need to go on and meet new friends, well, we wish them well. And that's my nice way of saying that if it was someone who wasn't a good fit, it's like, okay, great. We hope you find the culture that is perfect for you. That's what we wish for you in your life. So
Okay.
that's how we've been handling it. And our membership person, she does take on a fair amount by way of keeping us apprised of what she has had to document,
Okay.
right? Because that's her responsibility, is to document all that stuff. And that might be why your person is like, hey, I'm the one that's got to document and deal with it. She might just have that personality type where it's like, if I'm going to be responsible, I'm handling it.
Okay. Yeah, I never quite know, like, where's the line? I don't want to, this is the only course I've ever been in. And and we're small. Everybody's on multiple committees.
Yeah.
She's on all of them. I just, I'm not,
So maybe an approach, Leslie, to consider is like, for example, the October webcast watch party. It was an opportunity for her to still do her job, and take photos of different course, maybe members having a party at their house or whatever. But it was also an opportunity for the marketing person to take those photographs, put them on your outgoing for the world to see Facebook page. So that way you're marketing your chorus to potentially draw in new members, because how fun do they look? I want to be
Right.
part of that, And so if you went to your marketing person and say, hey, how can we help each other? Membership, needs marketing, because in the reality is every aspect of our chorus needs marketing, and that's why, in my opinion, it is the most vital role in the chorus. If you're looking for membership, you've got to have marketing. If you're not putting on a show, you've got to do a good job of marketing that show. you know because if you're putting on a show and you get butts and seats, what you ultimately hope for is some of those butts in the seats may say, I want to do that. And then they'll
Yeah.
come to a rehearsal. So then During the show, you are putting together a program. You're still marketing your chorus. Whether you're in the grocery store and wearing something that the marketing team might have put together that has a button of your chorus or whatever, it's the marketing that is the underlying. It's sort of like the cone, but it's the chorus management team cone, and the marketing is at the bottom of the cone. To me, it is the core, but so many choruses don't see it that way, which is unfortunate because it all comes down to marketing. And when they say, okay, it's time to do your annual budget, which should be conversations that are happening right now in your management teams, if people's fiscal year begin May 1st, your finance people should be looking at your budgets, and if when they say, well, how can you do $100 marketing? No, no, you cannot. Um, but you can do a whole lot um, with Facebook boosts and things like that on a fixed budget. Both of my courses are also small, but we do a whole lot. And then people are like, oh God, Facebook. Facebook is still for our genre and mostly our age demographic. And AJOY is the shining light exception to almost every rule because they have they have such a well, one, they're so huge, and they have a lot of younger members, and that's awesome. Um,
Awesome.
but most choruses do not, and I'm not mad at that. I'm proud to be standing next to my mentor in Spirit of Spokane, who's 85 years old, and when I grow up, I want to be her. I mean, 85, almost 86, standing right next to me, rocking it,
Love it.
and so and I'm proud to stand next to her. And so, but if you've got to market for your demographic, and
Mhm.
and
Yes.
you celebrate the membership that you have.
Yeah. Do you
It's that.
sing your culture? Do you literally sing your culture? Because
Yep.
that's how you have the good fits. You don't propose that you're something you're not.
Mhm.
Right.
HOA is borderline well, we can be smarty pants, but we sure have fun doing it. So, and we work hard, and we don't hide that, right? So we don't hide that, we're not just sitting around drinking wine, doing afterglow. We're working our tailbones off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely, clearly. Clearly,
So I,
you
I
guys
would
are
con
working your tails off.
I would consider, Leslie, maybe just sitting down first with membership and just saying, hey, how can we work together?
Okay. That's
And
that's kind of an issue, an ongoing, yeah, not just, she's a lovely lady, just not quite sure how to where that line is. And yeah. Hmm.
so maybe consider, if you would like, ask your team coordinator.
What is a team coordinator?
Do you not have one?
I don't even know what one is.
They
Like
might
the
call it
president.
something different. Yeah, the president.
A president. Okay, yes, I know what the president is.
Who's
Okay,
the
so yeah, we
president of your chorus?
yes, okay, so the president of the chorus. Okay.
And who is that?
That's Amy Greenleaf.
Okay, I'm familiar with Amy.
Yeah.
Do you guys meet in person or by Zoom?
They meet in Zoom right now.
So if you can just put this out there, and I'm happy to talk with Sally. If you all would like for Sally as RLT, or Sally and I to come in and be a guest at one of your management team meetings, so we can just sort of talk about, because elections are probably coming up. I don't know which of your
Mhm.
roles are up for reelection.
Yeah.
We're happy to do that at
Okay.
any point, to just sort of talk about and for any chorus. We are available to do that. And it's so, and your Grand Olympics, right? So that,
Yes.
yeah. So I your director has a special place in my heart.
Mine
So
too.
yeah, and I'm actually your RLT buddy, and so I have reached out to Amy. She actually doesn't usually get back to me, but as your RLT buddy, I would love to try to come and do an in-person visit. It's just tough when I'm several hours away,
Oh yeah.
but I would love to come. I would love to do a Zoom uh, meeting with you all and just anyway and meet
Okay.
with you all. So
That would be really awesome and helpful. Okay. I'll talk to you about that
yes,
outside of this meeting. Okay.
yes,
Thank you, Sherry.
Cherie,
Cherie, is that how you say it?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now and just go to the main page of Sweet Adelines International so you all can see how to get to the marketing material. And you all can, hey, I did not plan that, but there's Acapella Joy. So you can see that, right? You can see the main page. So if you go under resources, it's the marketing center. It's right there. They actually moved it, thank goodness. So um so you have to log in. That's kind of key. Sometimes that's not that you kind of get tripped up on that. So you just go to the marketing center and they really have and you keep scrolling down. Sometimes you can certainly look at all of the branding material that they have. It seems like most of our courses kind of have their own branding, and I think that that's a good thing. Um, but you can certainly look at theirs and use any of the materials that they have. But it's down below where you really get into some of their deeper material. The social media information that they have here um, and the tips that they have are good. And if you notice that they do not have TikTok on here, um, and Facebook and Instagram are now Meta. They're the same. They're owned by the same. Well, Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. Um, I see that there's other social media platforms that are kind of up and coming. I don't know. I don't know if Threads is going to really take hold, but Threads is another social media platform that's being used, uh, and LinkedIn is actually moving up in the ranks for. And I think LinkedIn is good for management teams to sort of create a page and um, to put yourself out there in the more of the professional realm. But we can certainly talk about LinkedIn either at a different meeting or at a different time. Um, Public relations, marketing is one in the, they go hand in hand, but this is where how to write press releases. Lots of people don't know how to do that. And that's really good information. Or how to, if let's say you go on to Comcast and they have the Comcast channels and or Xfinity and they say, yes, we have a spot for a PSA, public service announcement, and you get this slot, and you think, well, now what do we do? There's some information there on how to do a media appearance, and it's really good information. Young Women in Harmony, if you're, for example, the Helena Express singers, they do a lot with Young Women in Harmony, so there's a lot of information there. Um, and if that's something that your chorus is wanting to do, because so many choruses say we need younger members. First, you need to make sure that you're prepared to have younger members. You're not going to retain younger members if you're doing songs that are not attractive to younger members. But and then there's PowerPoint templates. I think most people now are kind of using Canva, but Canva can be downloaded into PowerPoint templates. So there's a wealth of information on the international site that I just didn't know if you all were aware of or were utilizing. So what I'm thinking is if there's something here or if there is one subject that you really want to look at for a future meeting, we could certainly kind of have a meeting all about that. And I'm going to stop sharing unless you want me to open something. And I mentioned Canva. One of the things that happened at the international meetings with the marketing coordinators was that they wanted that lots of people know about Canva. Lots of people know that the number one marketing tool right now is Reels, that everybody is watching Reels, whether it's on Instagram or on Facebook, that Reels is what is drawing people in. And the thing in the marketing class at International was, but we're not really sure how to create a reel. And so I thought what could be fun, and especially in our March meeting, since that's right before competition, would be let's create a live reel on Canva with our marketing coordinators. And so it will look a little funky because it'll have five, however many people come, but we can create it, we can do a recording and just create a live reel that just says we're Region 13 and maybe we'll create a script. We'll do a live reel and I can show you exactly how to create it in Canva, how to download it, and then we'll right then launch it on our Region 13 Facebook page. So you'll see the entire process from start to finish. And I think that could be helpful, unless you don't agree. But I think
I like
it
it.
could be
I
fun.
like it.
And so that's my thought for the March meeting, and I'll put that out there, and hopefully we'll have more marketing people and attend, and we'll just be able to make something fun. Sort of like I don't know if you all saw the video that we created for the international rah-rah for our international competitors this year. Instead of having a live party at international where only a few Region 13 people can attend, we did a compilation video. The choruses were invited to create a video and send it to me, and I compiled them all together, and it ended with the regional leadership team doing a rap. That was special. um, but but it was fun, and that's exactly what we did. We just went on live and created a reel right then and there. So that's what we did. And so I think that would be fun. And then that way you all can see exactly how you do it. So that's kind of all that I have for today. Um, I wanted to give us an opportunity to ask questions and how are you guys doing with you have upcoming elections, we all do. Who all is marketing one of your positions that is up for election in your choruses? And are you running again or will you have somebody else? Are you mentoring anyone that is running? Or are there so many that you don't have time to market to mentor all of them?
Oh, we wish. No, I think a lot of our chairs turn over with the same people. We seldom have anybody else new going, oh, I want to do that. And then it's like, oh, okay, sure. A lot of it is, oh, I'll keep the same chair another year. And then the next year it's like, okay, I'll stay in another year. I think the only thing that changed this last year was the board members. Because our course is so small and international says he only needs so many people, that we were able to cut our board down by, I think, 2 people. So we didn't need as many on the board. So that kind of worked out a little bit, because then it wasn't half the course is on the board. Because Columbia River is pretty small now, so
So are your terms only 1-year terms?
yes.
Wow. That that would be a challenge, I think.
How many people are in
I
your
think
chorus?
I think except for the board, it is a 2-year term, but all the chairmen can be 1 year.
How
And
big
how
is your
many
chorus,
members are you at
Priscilla?
right now?
What's that?
How many members?
I think we're at 18. We did get 2 new members over our Christmas chorus season. We open up our Christmas season to guests, and we had, I think, 3 or 4 guests that came and were singing with us, and 2 of them just joined up this last Monday. We voted them in, 2 of them in, so that's pretty cool.
How many have challenges with membership due to cost of this one night a week only hobby?
I haven't heard of too many that have that problem.
That's good.
We do have one that she was in for a number of years and then she left. It's kind of a controversy of why she left. She's wanting to come back. She's auditioned, but then now she can't finish the process of joining because of funds. And now it's like, well, I might not be able to join at all, but yet she still wants to come and kind of like hang out. And she's going to coaching and she's there for rehearsals. But then it's like, well, are you going to join or not? Because it seems a little awkward with her on the riser singing. I don't think it's fair for the director when you get a certain sound in your chorus. And you've always got to keep in mind that this one sound isn't going to be there at competition. So everybody's going to have to rearrange with her not being there. So it's like, well, either join or don't join. What's going on here? So don't know what to do about that situation, but I guess write it out and see what happens.
I would think
Is there a
that,
process in your standing rules? Sorry, Bill.
exactly. No, that's exactly what I would look at. And I'm going into a parking garage. I apologize. So Cherie, just if I cut out, go ahead. I would look at your standing rules, see what that outline is. It should be, I think it's a requirement. And then one person needs to very professionally
Yep, we're losing her. But what she's saying is look in your standing rules, and the standing rules are required to be reviewed every 2 years. And they have to then be approved by the regional standing rules chair, which for our region right now is Sid Thompson. So you should probably pull those out and maybe see when the last time was those were revised, and and look at that. And one of the other big things for the revisions was addressing and having the chorus approve the international membership eligibility. I don't know if your chorus addressed that from 2022, which for some choruses caused a big ruckus when personally it made me so proud to be a Sweet Adeline when the membership eligibility included non-binary members and transgender women. Um, some courses were not okay with that. Others were very happy about that. Um, but that has to be, you don't have to spell it out in your standing rules if your course chooses to not spell it out. But it was required that you just make sure that you had specific language, and that came out, that really came out in 2022. If your course hasn't done that and you need assistance with that, the RLT can help you and send you that language, etc. But as far as your audition procedures, that is required to be in your standing rules, and that could help you if you have a member that is needs to sort of make a decision. And and no one can tell your director on how to how to go about having people on their risers or not. I mean, potentially with a guest that, I mean, you certainly don't want to tell somebody they're not welcome, but depending on how long it's been, I can appreciate what you're saying. I mean, if you don't want to have your director used to that sound, so maybe that person stands to the side on the risers while she's getting her funds together or whatever that is. But I mean, if it's been 6 months, I mean, I'm just pulling that number out of the air. That you should look and see what your guidelines are.
Yeah, the standing rules were pulled out and looked at because the question did come up. How long do you have between the time you audition to the time you sign your contract? And there isn't anything. There is no timeline at all. So they're like, well, I guess
Wow.
we just wait and see when she joins. It's like, well, that's kind of awkward here.
Then I would look at the date of when the last time your standing rules were revised. And then you may want to put a standing rules committee together, which is tough. I mean, a committee of what, two? And maybe it is a committee of two. And maybe that's sufficient to just go through all of your standing rules and start making revisions that then would go to the management team to be reviewed. And then they would be given to the chorus for review. And then the chorus would vote, okay, yes, we approve those to go to the next level, which then would be to be sent to Sid Thompson for review. And then Sid looks at them and makes suggestions like, okay, you might want to look at this section and say, she might have said, hey, you might want to look and you don't have a deadline on like audition procedures. She may have, that might have been something that stood out to her, so you might want to just look at that. That could be helpful for you guys.
Okay.
We just did ours in Coeur d'Alene chorus, and it took a while, I mean, and I'm in law, and so I kind of overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know our president, when it comes time, she sends them out to everybody and asks people, take a look at them. If you have any questions, let me know. And then at the next rehearsal, we have short little announcements after rehearsal, and she'll say, well, I've sent them out. Does everybody approve on them? If I don't hear anything, then they're going to stand, for another year. So I think a lot of people are like, well, I kind of breezed through them. Nothing stood out. So they're okay with me. And they just get passed on for another year.
then you can certainly, as a member of your management team, say, this is a situation we have. We should probably set some guidelines that include a timeline. And you could certainly reach out to membership on the RLT. You could reach out to Diana Jordan and say, are you willing to give us some examples of other choruses and what their process is? And she, see if she's willing to help and get that information, or reach out to Sid Thompson and just say we have some examples of what other choruses are doing. If there's a chorus that's close to you, maybe reach out and ask them, what are you doing? What kind of guidelines do you have? Um, let me
Okay.
let me pull up and see who our regional leadership buddy is.
Priscilla, what's your chorus?
Columbia River, we're in Vancouver. I think about half our members are actually from Portland, but
It is Diana Jordan. So Diana Jordan is your RLT buddy. So that's the perfect person for you to reach out to. And is Noel Allen still your team coordinator?
yes.
And so I would maybe talk to Noel and tell her that you were in the meeting today and it was brought up, and that was just a suggestion that was made. And Diana will be happy to help.
Okay.
I know she's getting ready to go on a cruise, so if you guys reach out and she doesn't get back to you, Wi-Fi on a cruise is not always great.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions? This has been a very nice meeting, and if you all aren't at the April meeting, I hope that your replacement, or that you'll mentor somebody that will encourage them to come to these meetings. I am hopeful that the material and the topics that we discuss are helpful for you. And I hope that you have a good rest of your day. I don't know how your weather is. It's a balmy 24 in Spokane.
Like 38 here, I think. But it's all sunny. Oh no, it's 32.
It's not sunny here.